Bunny, bunny, bunny. I'm coming. You guys awake in there? Got the yes. Come on. Out you go. Go, go, go. I think that's everybody. Yep. How does the thing of staples get in there? Gotta grab them. Alright guys, today I'm going to be going over what I use to feed my chickens. And it's pretty simple. 4 parts. The first part, the main ingredient, is just your standard chicken feed. They pretty much... They have formulas for meat birds. They have formulas for laying hens. This is the layer formula. And this is in a crumble form. But normally I do pellets. The only difference is just the consistency. Like the crumbles are ground up more. And the pellets look like this. That's the pellets. But it's the same thing, it's just, that's the only difference. And they were out of the pellets, so I grabbed a bag of the crumbles instead. We're probably going to need more than one bag for this, but that's what we use. And we got cracked corn. The chickens love the cracked corn, so I mix it in, supplement it into their feed. The oyster shell. The oyster shell gives them a lot of calcium and helps up the calcium in the diet. The diatomaceous earth is the 4th part, and that is to help deworm them. It helps keep the food from getting clumped up, but mostly I just use it so it kind of naturally deworms them. So obviously you're going to need a container. I use this trash can, works great, and you're going to need something to stir it with. I'm just going to use this shovel. Simple enough. So basically we're going to do 2 parts of the base feed. 1 part cracked corn, and then, you know, probably half a part of oyster shell. And then I don't really measure the diatomaceous earth, I just kind of sprinkle it in. Yeah, so you just use the best judgment you can, and it's all dependent on what you want to do. You know, you can give them more corn. They love the corn. I use the corn as a snack too, just outside of their feed. And I was using mealworms. They do absolutely love mealworms. But mealworms, they're like $30 for a not very big bag. They're expensive, and I really don't want to give it to them, you know. I don't want to be giving them mealworms, you know, once a month and just kind of torturing them, teasing them with it. So I usually just give them corn, and we don't do the mealworms anymore. So I'm going to start mixing this, and I'll show you guys how it's done. There's no exact science to this. As far as the feed and the corn's concerned, you just eyeball it. And the way you can play around with the oyster shell, and the way you'll be able to tell if you're putting too much oyster shell in is if there's a lot of it left over when they get through all their feed and they're done eating it, and they got a lot of oyster shell collected at the bottom, and you know you put too much, and next time you mix it, just go a little less. Gotta make that hole bigger. Trial and error. Get about a third of that bag in there, maybe. Then we come in with the corn. And the oyster shell, just maybe 3 or 4 handfuls like that. And diatomaceous earth, really hard to know, but just give it a good coating on the top. There you go, just like that. And then we're gonna give it a good mix. Like to do something smaller than the shovel. Make sure you're not getting a bunch of it built up in one spot. You got a decent mix. And these crumbles actually mix a lot better than pellets. And then we'll just keep repeating that process until you fill this thing all the way up. I just like to do it in layers because it's just easier to make sure it gets nice and mixed up. We'll go ahead and put the rest of the bag. Okay. So there's one bag of base good corn. And put the oyster shell. What do we got here? Sticks in here. There we go. Oyster shell. Diatomaceous earth. When you're working with that diatomaceous earth, you want to probably have a mask on, or at least be in a well aerated area. There you go. I think that's good. We're about 3/4 of the way up. We could keep going, but I'm not going to fit another bag in there. So I'll just leave it there. And the pellets will they'll take up a little bit more volume than these crumbles, but well, there you have it. That's what I feed my chickens. So like I said, we use a whole bag of the feed, about half a bag of the corn. I grabbed, probably about 10 or so handfuls of that stuff, the oyster shell. And then I gave it a good coating with the diatomaceous earth. It's kind of hard to tell camera, but it's kind of got that dusty look to it. So I think that's pretty good consistency there. And you just need your scoop and put this in a place where it's not going to get rained on. Although this can works fantastic for keeping moisture out, honestly. So there you go. That's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching.